All right, here we go. We'd like to welcome everybody to the first installment of the FLW Cup Insider. I'm your host, Daniel Fennel, along with Alan Gray. And what we're going to be doing is bringing you minute-to-minute updates on what's happening on the water at the Forrest Wood Cup.
Forrest Wood Cup, you said it right there. Again, the Forrest Wood Cup, presented by Walmart, right here in Shreveport, Louisiana. We're here in the beautiful facility of the Shreveport Convention Center, where the top anglers in the world are competing for $500,000. It's a 4-day tournament. Yesterday was day one. Sunday, we're going to crown a champion.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what. Everybody wants to know what's happening on the water. Here we go. 6:20 this morning. 7:20. Adrian Avena starts at the same honey hole that he caught him on day one.
You know, day one is where you can make the tournament. You kind of put your foot in the water, claim your stake, and go from there. He obviously found something very early yesterday as he was boating keeper after keeper after keeper, and by 9 o'clock he probably had 15 to 20 keepers yesterday. Today goes right back to that same location. We've already read reports he's got a limit. He's already been culling. The young tour angler, second year in the tour, coming from college fishing, getting it done at the Forrest Wood Cup. But, you know, Daniel, we're right into these tweets. It's on the water coverage. Let's just quickly just take a step back. Let's talk about what we're doing here today. I mean, the Cup Insider. This is the Cup Insider right here, where we will give you every hour, at the bottom of the hour, the on-the-water updates, tips maybe from the anglers, some videos that we'll see coming from the water. Tons of information right here at the Cup Insider.
We will be doing 6 shows a day. They will start at 9:30 each day, and they will go on until 2:30. At that point, we will cut off for the weigh-ins in the afternoons. And, come back and see us. We will be here for the next 3 days doing this, and we'll be happy to have you guys. Big story yesterday. Not many people expected it, Alan, but we saw 2 18-pound bags come off of the Red River.
You know, we heard it's going to take about 11 pounds a day to make the cut, maybe 13 pounds a day to win this thing. But, yeah, you're exactly right. The Honey Badger, Everstart Pro, Randall Tharp, and Chevy Pro Brian Thrift both come to the scales with 18 pounds plus. In fact, Randall Tharp, 18.8, Brian Thrift, 18.7. It's setting up for kind of a Tyson punch-out between the two. 1 out separates the two, but I tell you, Randall Tharp was really consistent yesterday with his catch. Brian Thrift happened to catch one of those gold mine kickers, a 7.5-pound kicker, towards the middle of the day.
7.5-pounder on the Red River in the Forrest Wood Cup goes a long way, I promise you. With that being said, what happens if you take that 7.5-pounder out of Brian Thrift's bag?
I definitely don't think it takes the wind out of his sails. Brian Thrift, 3 top 10s this year on the Walmart FLW Tour. 7.5-pounder does go a long way, but he's looking for fish. He knows how to find the big fish, and he knows the small ways to make those big fish bite. So was it a lucky bite? I don't think so. The Chevy Pro can get it done, and he'll continue to get it done. He'll be definitely one to watch. He's sitting in second place after day one.
One of the things that we were talking about before the show started was the fact that Thrift did have the 7.5-pounder, whereas Randall Tharp had a more consistent size of fish throughout his 5-fish stringer. How does that play into day 2 and 3?
You know, we're talking with Randall Tharp after day one. He just was confident. He knows he's around 3.5 to 4-pound fish. But I tell you what, we'll talk more about the updates as we come in. We've got an on-the-water correspondent with Kyle Wood. He's going to give us what he's seeing right here at the Forrest Wood Cup on the Red River.
All right.
stops right at the base of those reeds, and sometimes he gets up on them and almost drops a heavier weight. Sometimes he'll back off. Today he's backed off a little bit, and he's using a little bit of a lighter presentation. Last we checked, Spencer had 3 fish, so he's on his way. We're with Mr. Rose now. He's been doing a variety of different things. Right now he's on the bank. He has fished some rock. We saw him flipping earlier. Now he's casting a crankbait. We had an earlier report, a secondary report, that Rose had a real great big one, a 4-pounder. He wanted to correct that. He thinks it's 2 3/4, maybe 2.13 at the most. And he has one other fish that he thinks is about 2 pounds, and then he has 3 peanuts. So Mark Rose has a limit, Avina has a limit, Spencer Sheffield has 3, and a lot of fish being caught. And once again, the whole deal is we haven't seen a lot of quality, but we know they're in there. So that's the report from 4th place, 5th place, and 6th place, and we'll keep on the search, but that's our 9:30 update. Back to you, Alan and Daniel.
All right, thank you so much for that, Kyle. That was a great update. Just to let you guys know, we do have some more info coming in here. Like he said, Avina does have his limit, so that honey hole did pay off for him again. And also, right here, Mark Rose has started the day with a 4+ pounder. That's the kind of quality fish that can make a big day for you at the Forrest Wood Cup.
I'll tell you what, the Walmart Pro, Mark Rose, 4-pounder first thing in the morning. You go into day 2, you think, you got to be on the fish you caught yesterday, but when you catch a 4-pounder first thing in the morning, it kind of gives you that momentum, gives you that confidence. It really builds your day. He can now kind of relax a little bit. He kind of got the kicker out of the way, but the Walmart Pro, Mark Rose is going to continue to look for those big fish. But, going back, Adrian Avina, we talked about him. We're probably going to talk about him quite a bit. Unbelievable start to the Forrest Wood Cup. But right here, day 2, he's already culling. Within 20 minutes, I believe he had a limit. But we have an update on the water. It does say right here, Avina said there's so much bait in an area, and it's not just sad, but different types of minnows. He can feel them as he brings his lure through the water. When you're around that much bait, you know the fish are close.
It's always a great problem to have, especially when the word is from a lot of the other fishermen in this tournament that bait has been hard to find, and so that can be nothing but a bonus for Adrian Avina.
Bass are predators. If there's no bait in the area, there's no bass. They want to eat. They have to eat. Their metabolism keeps going. So for Avina to find a hole that has that much bait in it, he's got a long way to go in this tournament, but he's in the right spot to be around the right fish, I believe.
How about this? Like we've already said, Brian Thrift, Randall Tharp both come in with 18-pound bags yesterday. I've got updates that both of them have fish that go over 3.5, 4-pound range in the boat right now.
I said it a minute ago, it is going to be a slugfest. There's 1 ounce separating the 2 in the first and second hole. Randall Tharp, of course, the leader with 18.8. Brian Thrift at 18.7, but you said it right there. We really thought Tharp was going to be on something when we seen that he had a 3.5-pound kicker right off the bat. But then we get an update that Randall Tharp gets one too. So, they're just going blow for blow. It's going to be an exciting day on the FLWOutdoors.com live on the water coverage.
I guarantee it. And just so everybody at home knows too, you guys can get on FLWOutdoors.com and check these same tweets that we're getting filled in on. Also, go to the App Store and download the FLW app. You can get all the up-to-date information that you need, and also catch up on some videos from the Forrest Wood Cup. Oh, just in. Rose has got his limit now.
Session, we caught up with Rose, who does have a 4-pounder. Possibly may not be a 4-pounder now from what we're seeing. Not even half an hour ago, he had the 1 possibly 4-pounder, and it says here a couple of sardines in his box, but not within 20 minutes he's got his limit, so he's around a school bass.
The thing is, even if he calls them sardines, you got to start with 5 fish. And once you get those 5 in the box, then you can start upgrading at that point. Right, Alan?
You got to have 5. That's the best idea. You want to put your limit fish in the box and then go look for big ones. When you think of the Walmart Pro Mark Rose, you think about low rants. You think about deep structure, big worms, big spoons. Not here. Not here at the Forrest Wood Cup, not here on the Red River. So he's showing that he's a true pro. That's why he's on the Walmart FLW team. And he's making it happen. He does have his limit. A lot of guys are going to catch the limits. We saw a lot of fish caught yesterday. With that being said, let's just quickly recap day 1. We'll close our segment out. But to go down through it, you see it's a very close field. We talked about the 2 at the top. Everstar Pro Randall Tharp with 18.8. Chevy Pro Brian Thrift with 18 pounds, 7 ounces, coming in 3rd place. The General, The Chevy Pro, Larry Nixon with 13 pounds and 4 ounces. A young angler, 2-time Forrest Wood Cup qualifier, Adrian Avina with 13 pounds and 2 ounces. We talked about Walmart Pro Mark Rose. He's sitting in the 5 spot with 12 pounds, 15 ounces. Young Typhoon Pro Spencer Sheffield sitting with 12 pounds and 8 ounces. The 3M Pro, Ray Scheid with 12 pounds, 7 ounces, coming in 7th place after day 1. The TBF National Champion, Mark Daniels Jr. with 11 pounds, 12 ounces. All the way from the north, coming in the 9th spot, Tom Mansour, the Mercury Pro with 11 pounds and 8 ounces. And bringing up the 10th hole, the longtime fisherman, the legend, if you will, Everly Pro, David Fritz, coming in the 10th hole with 11 pounds and 6 ounces.
That is a pretty impressive top 10 after day 1. It would not surprise me in the least if this was completely shook up going into day 2.
Guarantee it will be. Be sure to come back here every hour at the bottom of the hour for the Cup Insider to get your updates on the water and what's going on here at the Forrest Wood Cup.
All right, thank you, and we'll see you back at 10:30.